Hi guys, I'm Jani. Welcome back to my channel. I usually upload project vlogs on YouTube, but for the last vlog and this vlog, I have shared like my a month of knitting on my scraps, and all the projects and all the project pages and the scrap bundle I had used, or like the patterns that I have used, will be in my description. And the other thing is that I have not said in my previous vlogs or anything, I have an Instagram account, so if you want to follow it, please do it. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. It's Sedgnets. And yeah, I guess that's it for the intro, and we'll meet in the end. So yeah, bye. I am giving these acrylic scraps and the viscose that I plan to make the little knit clementines, and the other viscose that I did not have any plans, this entire bag, and this four small balls. I am giving these away to my mom's friend. She crochets, and yeah, I am happy that giving this away. I work in Gata Stitch for this blanket, but a few rows back, I think I did few stitches in pearl, like on the wrong side or something. So you can see the garter bumps here, but and following it, I just have a long strip of stock in it. And it ends again, and I start working in the knit part again. I don't know how I thought like I have to do stock like pearl, because yeah. So, and also like yeah, I just have this yarn remaining and I'll be done with it. Today is March 16th, and as you would have seen in the intro, I completed this. This is the koinobori pouch, and I did not record anything for this because I was not in a mood to record it. So yeah, and I think I did it in 4 days. So the construction is basically you knit the outer, it's a 2-layer pouch, so you would knit the outer layer, then the inner layer and everything. And I stash busted the entire blue and the green yarn. The modification that I did to the pouch was that for the I-cord ties in the pattern, the designer has mentioned to tie both ends together in a knot, but I did not like it, so I just crafted the I-cord edges together, and this seems to be working fine and I really like it. So another modification, it's not a modification I would say, but like the process of knitting. So you would first cast on here, you won't work on the fins, you will cast on here and work the body, then you would work the inner layer, and then you would graft the inner layers together, and then you would knit the fins and then the flaps and the I-cords. But I knew that I was running out of the blue yarn, so what I did was that after I finished the outer layer, I put my stitches on hold and finished the 2 fins. Then I worked on the blue, like the inner body, and I ran out of yarn in the very last 4 rounds or something, and I used the green yarn. I held the green yarn double, and yeah, after I finished the flaps, I saw that I had very little amount of green yarn left, and I knew that I won't be able to get like 2 I-cords in it. So I had few yarn left over, and with that I made a swatch for the swatches bag. I just made a basic stockinette swatch, and yeah, I have to block this and then add it to my swatches bag. I think I'll make another one, and I used some random buttons I had at home to make the eyes. I think it's cute, and I really like the color combo that I like randomly chose those colors, and it came together in a nice way. And the other update is that I used up all the yarn I had planned to make the scrap yarn blanket, and this is how much I have left over. So like, okay, wait, there are ties also. So yeah, this is how much I have left over, and I don't think so I could have gotten maybe 1 row extra, but I don't think so I could have gotten that. So yeah, I will add this in my scrap yarn like to stuff the amigurumis. This is the blanket. I'll maybe insert a clip afterwards of me holding it. So after I completed it, I told in my plans video that I'll hold this acrylic yarn that I have and make the I-cord ties, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I first tried holding this yarn single. This is like a very thin yarn. So I first held it single, but the I-cord was like too small, so I held it double, and I really liked it. And this is a haul I have, and so far I just completed as like half of a side, and I don't think so I'll have enough to make the entire to go around. I don't think so I'll have enough to go around the entire blanket. I have to think of something else to add it as a I-cord edge. For the blanket, I used 3.25mm needle for the entire body, or like the main blanket part, and for the I-cord edge I'm using 3mm needle, and the blanket measures around 129 centimeters in length and 118.5 centimeters in width. I think it's like it would go around to be a throw blanket size. So yeah, I'm just happy with the size also. So this month I have been also working on my testnet. That will be another vlog, so I won't say so much about it. So I just completed this one project, and I completed like all the yarns that I had for this. I am planning to cast on a stockinette project on the side because I want something mindless, because the testnet is a lace and a rib pattern. So yeah, I think I'll cast on tomorrow or the day after. I'm not really sure because the testnet was also there. Around the deadline, I'll say about the testnet in the testnet vlog. So yeah, I'll see you next when I cast on for the I'll see you next when I run out of this yarn or when I cast on another project. Let's see when I'll be back. I casted on the mini bear bonnet today, and first I tried holding a single strand of yarn and working with it. I do not like the fabric, so then I double stranded it. It is okay. Since it's gonna be a vest, I think it will be fine. I think I'm hitting gauge, but I'm just worried it's just too small. I am making the 10-year-old size, but it looks tiny. So yeah, and I'm just using the mini bear as a template, and I'm just doing what I want. Basically, I think I'm gonna skip the ribbing that's there in the pattern because I don't know how much yarn it'll use, but I think according to the pattern I should have enough, but I'm not really sure. And the thing is like the modifications that I would do, that I'm planning to do, is that in the pattern there is no like stitches under the arm to join both the front and the back panel together, but there are increases after that, and I'm planning to skip that and directly add like the number of stitches under the arm from the first rather than just increasing behind. And yeah, I thought I could have I completed the black panel today. It had short rows, so it was fine. So it's a free pattern, so just given like a hint on how to work with it, so it's fine. And then I picked up the left front and I'm working on it. So yeah, this is the update. And the reason why I casted this on is that my testnet, the needle that I'm working for the testnet broke. It did not break, it just came apart. So yeah, I wanted something else to work on because the scrap yarn blanket is going to be like a very long one because I just completed one of the sides I got today. So yeah, this is the update I have. I'll see you later. Today is March 20th and I wanted to give an update today on my projects, and my testnet is on hold because my needle broke. So I've been working on my scrap yarn projects a lot, and the major update is that I've been slowly working on the I-cord edge of my blanket, and I've done 2 sides fully and a quarter of the third side, and this is how much yarn I have left. I know that this won't be enough to finish it, so I'm planning to frog the swatch that I made with the remaining green yarn I had. So hopefully this will be enough, or else I have to find something to make it up. And I have like embroidery flosses, I guess that will also work. So that's there after I finish using up these two. This is the mini bear vest and it's calling on itself. It's a free pattern, and originally in the pattern, I'm not using this pattern exactly to T. I'm just using it as a guide, or like just for the the measurements, not the measurements, the stitches, the number of stitches for the pattern. And I had decided not to make the ribbing because I did not have enough yarn, and this is how much yarn I have left. Like, that's all I have left of the black yarn. I just realized one thing. If I knew from the start that I am not gonna make the ribbing, so I could have just shortened the armhole. The armhole is so huge. I could have done it, or maybe I still can do it, but I already made the I-cord. Okay, tomorrow I'll try it on that person and see. This evening I casted on the Ollie summer top. I cast on this. I am using the recycled cotton yarn from Hobby Store. I had the cream color left over from the previous project, and I started using that up first. So it's a free pattern again, but it is worked in panels. It is worked in like front panel and the back panel, but I am still super hesitant to do a paneled project because my first panel project did not work out well. So maybe I'll go take that project and come. So this is a top that I made in my first year of knitting. So this I made in 2024, and it's a bottom-up pattern worked in panels. So this side, if you see, like there is only a very little of the back panel left not stitched with the front panel, but at the top it is aligned. But if you see the other side, there is at least, I don't know, like 5 centimeters. That's 5 centimeters that's not attached together, but at the top it's fine. Yeah, it's fine at the top, but then I don't know, for some reason at the bottom it did not align. So Every time I see a paneled project, I just be like, yeah, I'm gonna skip and do it in the round or like in the flat. So yeah, I wear this occasionally. I don't find it that annoying for me to go and rip back and like try attaching it. So yeah, and also this project is also a free pattern, but it was in German and I translated it and did something. It ended up like this. I mean, in my first year of knitting, trying to translate a German pattern into a project, and it turned out to be good. That's a good one, I would say. That's the reason I told you that I won't be making anything in the panels for now. Maybe in the future I will try it, but not for now. It is a lace pattern, so I cast it on 130 stitches because the front panel and the back panel said to cast on 65 stitches each side, so I cast on 130 stitches. I did the pattern not exactly like what she has mentioned, or yeah, she has mentioned the pattern, and the pattern is in a blog post. When you click the Ravelry link, it won't like directly lead you to the project page like the blog post. It'll lead you to a blog, but you have to search in the blog to get it. So this is around 9 rows, and in the pattern she mentioned to use 3.25 millimeter needle. I was like, I'm gonna try knitting in 3.5 millimeter needle, and yeah, it is great. It's fine, but I knew that it will be larger than what she has mentioned in the blog post, but I wanted the circumference to be the same as what she has mentioned, but I'm 2 inches larger, so like 5 centimeters wider than what is recommended or like what is mentioned in the pattern. So I'm thinking of frogging this and taking out 10 stitches out and working the entire thing and just figure out my own. Okay, this is a lot. I did not think about this. I'm just calculating it now, so I would have to calculate my own decreases. I mean, I can work it out, it's fine. So yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it tomorrow because like it's late at night now. I don't want to think a lot, and I don't have the power to think a lot now. I'm feeling sleepy. This is my fourth whip project I cast it on this month, and I am in no means a multi-whip project knitter. I was always a monogamous knitter for the whole of 2024 and 2025, but this year, or more like this year, I've been a multi-whip project cast on her, and I don't know what's gonna happen because of that. I should probably at least finish one project this month. I know I finished it. I know I finished one project, but I want to finish another one. I just hope it's this one or the blanket. The blanket is fine to work with, but it's on tiny needles and I'm getting cramps on my hand. So yeah, I think I have spoken a lot today because it says it's 16 minutes. So I'm gonna wind it up now and see you later when I do something. I frogged the mini bear that I was knitting, and I was able to save this much yarn. It's in bits and pieces, but yeah, these are like very small ends that I won't be able to like knit up into. This is the remaining of the vest. I don't think so I'll be able to save anything from this. I have to see for some other project for this, because I can't make a vest because I don't have this much yarn. So I recorded the entire update and the outro for this one fully, only to realize that I did not turn on the record button. So I was just talking without recording. So yeah, I guess I'll say everything again. In the last update, I told you that I'm gonna try the vest on the person that I'm gonna make for, and it did not fit her. So it was like huge on her. The armhole was like too deep, and yeah, I did not like it on her. So I decided to frog it and freehand a scarf. So this is that scarf. So I completed this, and yeah, it's just a stockinette scarf with garter stitch border in the side. I just did some, like, I did it as long as I had the yarn for it, and I cast it off with like a garter border again. So yeah, and the next one I told you that I would frog the Ollie summer top I had. So I used a 3.25mm needle and cast around 130 stitches and cast around in the round and did the pattern exactly what she has mentioned. And so she has mentioned like the front and back to be worked separately, but I just put a stitch marker where the front and the back stitches would like separate, and did the same thing twice. and I did the same amount of rows and everything. The only thing that I did differently, I guess, is that she used a cloth strip or something for the ties, but I first tried with a crochet chain, but it was too thin. I did not like it, so I did a 3-stitch I-cord. I guess that's cute, and it's adding like a cute feature to it. And the only thing is that I am finding it difficult to see that how it will fit a 12 to 18-month-year-old. So yeah, other than that, it's really cute. The pattern was nice and it was easy to follow, and the lace was also easy to work with, I guess. Yeah, and for the yarn, I used up all the cream yarn I had, and for the red one, I had one worked skein and one full skein. And this is how much yarn I have left over for the work skein I had, and I did not even crack into the full skein I had. And for this, I'm planning to make another koinobori pouch. And yeah, I guess that's it for this one. And the next one is that what I'm wearing. This is the first ever knit garment I made in 2024, and I would have shown a clip of me wearing it with a tie, and I mended it to not to have the ties, just to have like a normal strap. So I frogged it and binded off with a 3-needle bind off. This pattern is the tip top tank, I guess is that, or I'll mention it in the description. Not description, I mention it in the screen what's the pattern and the designer's name. And since it's a bottom-up garment, and the only thing that I found out after I mended it is that it bunches up weirdly here, like on both the sides, and I don't like it. So I'll keep it in my wardrobe and see if I reach for it and wear it. If not, I would frog the entire thing and make something else with it. So, but it's not for now, maybe in the later months or something. So yeah, this is how much yarn I had frogged from this tank top, and this yarn is the same yarn as this one. So I'll add it with this yarn and see what I'll make with it. I don't have any definite plan to make anything with it for now. I'll find a pattern for this later. And yeah, I guess that's it for this update. This is editing me to say a few stuff. I did not mention that I finished the scrap yarn blanket in the update, but then I talked about like that yarn went out of my scraps. So I wanted to say, like, I finished the scrap yarn blanket, I finished the border, the I-cord border I was doing, and while I was doing the I-cord border, I used up all the acrylic lace weight yarn I had, and I frogged the swatch that I had made for it, and I added an embroidery floss also like to it. So I just used three colors of yarn for the border. So one was in white, one was in green, and one was in yellow. I think I had shown the clip of it. And yeah, I finished the entire thing. That's what I wanted to say. So back to the outro. And now I'll say like what I have made this month. So I made the koinobori pouch, and I made the scrap yarn blanket. I finished my scrap yarn blanket and I added I-cord border to it, and I finished this freehand scarf, and I finished the Ollie summer top. So I completed 4 projects this month, and in my last update I told you that I wanted at least to finish one update, but I finished all the whips I had. So now the only whip I have is my testnet. So I'll talk about my testnet later. Types of yarn that I had left over from the last vlog, or like last month, was 11 types. So this month I gave away 2 types of yarn. Both the viscose yarn I had, I gave it away, and I used up all the acrylics I had for the blanket. All the acrylic scraps I had planned for the blanket, I used up. So that's another one type. And I used up the lace weight acrylic for the border of the blanket. So that's the 4th one. And the 5th one is that I used up all the fuzzy acrylic I had. So I used up all 5 types of yarn fully. And I have also used up cotton yarn to make the koinobori pouch and the Ollie summer top, and I still have leftovers, so I'm planning to use it up this month and see where I'm left with. And yeah, I did not even work on my swatches bag this month, so I had completed 4 projects, so that's a good one for this month. So I completed 4 projects, but I destashed or like used up 5 types of yarn. So from the 11 from the previous month and 5 that I used up this month, I have 6 types of yarn left. I guess it's a good one, and I have 2 months to destash that, so it's fine. I guess that's it for this one. And thank you for watching till now, if you watched till the end. And yeah, my next vlog would be the testnet vlog if it's done. I guess it will be done. I'm giving myself a deadline, so yeah, I'll say it in that vlog. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.